Welcome once again to a functional English program. Over a period of time, Indian English has acquired a distinct stock of new words and new usages. Increasingly, it is being influenced by American spelling, and some people would say threatened by American pronunciation. Susan, whose mother is British and whose father is American, was once asked what her nationality is. And Susan replied, "Well, I'm half British and half American."
Hi. What are we going to do today? It's Sunday and Bhargavi is here. Let's take her out, shall we?
Sure, let's go out and have a great time. Let's ask her what she wants to do though. Bhargavi dear, what would you like to do today?
Well, if you don't mind, I would like to see the city.
Sure, are you interested in art?
Why this question?
Because if you are, we could take you to the Salarjung Museum.
A museum? Okay, if you think so.
What do you want? Sheila told us that you've come to Hyderabad for the first time.
Yeah, I've come to Hyderabad for the first time. But it's not that I can't take care of myself.
Okay, fine. Let's not argue with silly things. Let's take the AP tourism bus. It'll take us around the city. Moreover, it's comfortable and will save us a lot of trouble.
But I can't take the bus.
Why not?
I'm allergic to the smell of diesel and feel sick when I get into the bus. I always take a cab in the city.
Taxis too run on diesel.
Yes, they do. But it's a question of which one is the lesser devil. A bus is crowded and a taxi isn't.
But you travelled from Bangalore to Hyderabad by bus, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I felt ill and I didn't know what to do.
We know what to do. You can either take the bus or walk the distance. Cabs are very expensive around here.
In Bangalore, I neither take the bus nor walk. I always take a cab. Most of the time, I have a car at my service. My father told me, "Let me know the moment you're ready and I'll send the car for you." So you see, it's really very difficult for me to get into a bus. I'm used to moving around in a car. Get me a car and I'll come along.
Bhargavi, do you know what the Romans would say to you?
What?
When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
God, aren't you rude? Anyway, let me know when you're ready to leave.
Sheila, are all your cousins so snooty?
Bhargavi is a specimen of sorts. Actually, she's had a very protected and pampered childhood. She got everything that she asked for. Outsiders disliked her because she was rude. Though she may be a little rude and snooty, she's good at heart.
Anyway, let's stop talking about Bhargavi. What shall we do today? Do we take her out?
Let's chalk out a program, shall we?
Alright, let's do so. Here's some paper and a pen. Let's write it down.
Let's hire a taxi. It will be a picnic of sort.
Okay, a taxi. I'll ask the watchman to arrange for one. He had told me that he knew someone who gives taxis on hire. I'm sorry to say this, but Bhargavi doesn't like eating out.
Great. If it's going to be a picnic, we'll need to take some food along. Sheila, what food does Bhargavi like?
Anything that's homemade.
Sheila, I'll get the food and you get the plates and spoons.
Where do we go? Let's decide that first.
Let's take her around the city first. A visit to the Salarjung Museum won't harm her elitist sense. We could show her the Cyber Towers and perhaps the Qutub Shahi tombs. In the evening, a trip to Golconda Fort and the Sound and Light show may interest her. Sheila, does your cousin like watching films?
It's a question nobody can answer, not even Bhargavi.
Why? I thought it was a very simple question.
Everything depends on her mood. She's the nicest person if she's in a good mood. Otherwise, God help us.
Is she in a good mood now?
She is in a good mood, or at least she seems to be in a good mood.
Sheila, I suggest we take Anu along.
Whatever for?
You know, Anu is studying to be a psychiatrist. It would do us good to have a prospective psychiatrist with us. I'm sure it would help Anu too. You don't get to meet specimens every day, do we?
Hey, that's not fair. She's quite okay. And if you find it such a big problem, I'll take her around the city.
I was just joking, Sheila. We'll all take your cousin round the city today. Come on, let's go or we'll be late.
In our day-to-day conversation, we use sentences that are long and complicated. For a moment, imagine using simple sentences to communicate. It would sound like this. My name is Anuradha. I live in Hyderabad. I teach English. I like to read a lot. I love to listen to classical music. I love to travel. I've seen most of the capital cities in India. I've yet to visit Calcutta and Patna. Don't all these sentences sound similar? Instead, I could very well have said, my name is Anuradha. I teach English in Hyderabad. I love to read and listen to classical music. Since I like to travel, I have visited most of the capital cities in India except Calcutta and Patna. Here, I have brought the various units of information together with the help of words like and, since, and except. These words help me bind sentences, and these words are called as conjunctions. Conjunctions are words that join clauses into sentences. Listen to the following two sentences. I am unwell. I will not take class. The person here wants to say that since he or she is not well, he or she will not be able to take class. Sentence 1 is the reason and sentence 2 is the result. The relationship between the two sentences is that of reason-result, and these two sentences have been brought together with the help of the coordinating conjunction and. And, or, and but are called as coordinating conjunctions, and these conjunctions bind clauses that are grammatically independent of each other. The conjunction and is used when the speaker wants to highlight the relationship between the two clauses in terms of reason-result, condition-consequence, and comparison-contrast. Listen to the following examples.
I'm allergic to the smell of diesel and feel sick when I get into the bus. Get me a car and I'll come along. A bus is crowded and a taxi isn't.
Here are a few more examples. Give him some money and he'll help you. Condition consequence. I'm tall and my sister is short. Comparison contrast. The conjunction or is used when the speaker wants to present an option or when he or she wants to correct himself or herself, as in,
You can either take the bus or walk the distance. She is in a good mood, or at least she seems to be in a good mood.
Here are a few more examples. You can watch this film or read a grammar book. My students are listening to me or they seem to be listening to me. The conjunction but is used when the speaker wants to highlight a contrast, as in,
She may be a little rude and snooty, but she's good at heart.
Here are a few more examples. He is rich but unhappy. She is poor but happy. Words like because, if, when, that, and which are called as subordinating conjunctions. These conjunctions, along with the clause that follows, act as a part of the clause that follows.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Well, if you don't mind, I would like to see the city.
Words like that and which are relative pronouns functioning as conjunctions.
He had told me that he knew someone who gives taxis on hire.
But it's a question of which one is the lesser devil.
These words to join two or more clauses. These conjunctions along with the clause either go first or last in a sentence depending on what needs to be emphasized. Listen to the following examples. If you need help, just let me know. Just let me know if you need help. Although the book was expensive, she decided to buy it. She decided to buy the book although it was expensive. Because she was very ill, she couldn't teach. She couldn't teach because she was very ill. Bear in mind that when you wish to use a conjunction, there must be some kind of a logical relationship that exists between the two clauses. Today, we have tried to show you how to use conjunctions. We hope this will help you carry on your conversation with your friends and colleagues. All the best.
Welcome back. Did you enjoy the program on conjunctions? I'm sure you did. Well, what are some of the things we learned on this program? 1. We can use a conjunction to link two main clauses in a sentence. Example, Paul has no food and he has to pay tuition fees. Poor Paul. 2. One conjunction is enough to join two clauses. We do not normally use two conjunctions. Example, although Lothika was tired, she went to work. Lothika was tired, but she went to work. We do not say, although Lothika was tired, but she went to work. 3. Some conjunctions and their clauses can either go first or last in a sentence. Example, if you need help, contact Sonu. Contact Sonu if you need help. Remember, when we write, we normally use a comma when the conjunction and its clause are first in the sentence. Well, can you combine the sentences of this very famous quotation using conjunctions? Women have their faults, men have only two faults. Everything they say, everything they do.